What's going on, you guys? It's Randy with Full Throttle Obsessions. Today we got a pretty exciting day. We're going to go ahead and unbox the TRAXXAS MAXX. Now, I was trying to get a hold of this truck quite a few months ago and everywhere I was looking was out of stock. But that's when we're going through the whole pandemic lockdown issue that we had going on. Luckily, I looked about a week and a half ago and saw that places were stocked back up on the MAXX. So we went ahead and picked it up. Now, this truck is supposed to be based on the Traxxas XMAXX chassis. Now, the X-Maxx is one of my favorite trucks. We have two of them. We're going to go ahead and see if the MAXX lives up to the hype. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do it. Now for a look at the box. I have to say that is a pretty awesome picture right there with the graphics. We did go with the orange and blue body scheme. Just because I have plenty of trucks in red, blue, and green. And when I was thinking about it, I only really have one truck that's in orange, and that's my UDR. But man, that'll probably end up being cut out of the box and hung in the office here. Let's go ahead and turn it around. Let's see what's on the back side. You can see they got the red and blue on the back. On the side of it, you can see they got the sticker marked where we got the orange and blue, and then you got a little chart on what speeds you can expect out of the truck, on what gearing and batteries you choose to use. This truck is capable of 55 plus. Now for a small truck, that's pretty fast in my opinion. Let's go ahead and check out the good stuff. Well, we're trying to film with one hand here. Alright, now diving into some of the features on this truck. It's got a VXL fan-cooled speed control and also has a fan on the motor, which is quite nice. Keep your temps down. Normally on most trucks it's kind of an aftermarket feature, but they go ahead and include it on the MAXX here, which we're definitely not disappointed about that. That's a nice feature. We'll go ahead and you see we got has a self-riding feature. I've never been a big fan of the self-riding, but we'll go ahead and try it out on the MAXX and see how it works out. It's got a clipless body mounting system, just like the X-Maxx. And they incorporate it on quite a few of their trucks now. The 4x4 Wrestler has it, and also the e-Revo 2.0. You see it's got waterproof electronics. Now that definitely makes things nice, especially when it comes to cleaning the truck. Now you got their other color scheme there, which is green and blue. Then of course on the last side of the box here, it goes in a little deeper on the type of tires it uses, the shocks, motor, and also of course the speed control and the drivetrain. Kind of leave it there for you guys to look over if you choose. Now for the part I'm sure we're all waiting for. Let's open this bad boy up. Let's go ahead and cut the tape. Open it up. Oh, do we have it upside down? Looks like we do. It's alright, we'll go ahead and pull it out like that. Of course, it comes with the Traxxas TQI controller. We've been over this controller about 100 times, so we're just going to go ahead and skip that part. Go ahead and take this styrofoam out. Oh, nice. Foam to the side. Wow, that truck is nice. That down. Put the box to the side. Now before we go over the truck, we'll go ahead and go through the goodies just briefly. There's a lot of videos out there with them going over everything, so we'll just go over this briefly and then we'll get to the truck. Up here. Well, so the first thing out of that little pack of goodies there looks like some foam spacers and padding for your batteries, for your battery tray. Well, definitely one of the smaller tool packs I've seen. Definitely get a wrench for your tires and wheels and a couple Allen wrenches. But that's really bare minimum for that I've seen on Traxxas vehicles. Go ahead and put that to the side. Of course, you got your warranty information card that we're going to have to get filled out. I usually do it online. We'll go ahead and get that filled out here shortly. It's a little brief description it looks on the Traxxas TSM. Looks like some information, like a little user guide on the TQI. And your actual manual for the truck. These are actually good to have around. I have to admit I almost never use them, but I should. And also just some more information. Looks like just some information on the batteries and the charger, and also another user guide for the truck. Which these are always nice, they're nice and colored. I don't know if you can see that there. Now for the truck, we'll go ahead and take the plastic off the body here. Wow, I have to say I really like that orange and blue. It really kind of makes this body pop out and stand out. You can see they put little, I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Yeah, there you go. They put little like spacers or bushings in there to try to keep the screws from popping through the body. So they put a nice little plastic rigid piece to kind of stiffen up the roof and help if you're sliding on some concrete or something on the roof. And of course the latch setup is just like the X-Maxx, so this is a little smaller. Kind of see to lock it in. Kind of lock it in like that. Turn the knob, lift up, and pull it out. Whoa, we'll go ahead and look at that thing. Wow. That thing looks awesome. It's actually a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. I heard a lot of people say it was kind of a small truck. But for a 1 to 10 scale, it's actually pretty big. Go ahead and check it out here before we pull that body off again. And the truck actually has quite a bit of weight to it. It actually feels pretty solid. The suspension feels really nice. Yeah, that suspension is real nice. You see on the wheels, they got some kind of little spacer or cover right there, which is kind of cool. They're blue. Tires definitely have foam in them. Go ahead and show you that locking mechanism here. You just take that clip to the side, up, and then pull it off. Now for the inside of the truck. You see, wow, those shocks, man, for the size of this truck are pretty massive. And they feel really smooth. Kind of show you guys the wheelie bars there. Look how big the wheels are on the wheelie bar. Wow, that's nice. Now we'll go ahead and look at the, turn it around here, get a closer look at the electronics. Wow. That speed control is definitely pretty big. I don't have nothing to compare the size to it. We'll have to find another speed control and show you how big that speed control actually is. You can see the motor and the fan there. Wow, that's pretty nice. Now this is what I was curious of. This servo is huge. I wonder if that's the same size servo they're running in the X-Maxx, because that thing is massive. Go ahead, you can see their chassis design is very similar to the X-Maxx. Go ahead and flip it around here. Yeah, even the bottom of it, you got the same design. Let me see if I can zoom out here a little bit. There we go. Nice. Now the control arms definitely seem quite thin. That's going to be interesting to see if they're going to hold up. Normally with Traxxas, I haven't really had too many issues with their control arms. but I'm definitely questioning that. They seem pretty thin. Now let's go ahead and see the dry shafts. The dry shafts are plastic. I know their plastic ones are kind of prone to break. They're usually one of the weakest links, at least for me anyway. But look at that suspension, man. That's nice. Back that up there. That suspension is really smooth. I'm definitely surprised about that. Give one more overlook. Wow, I'm definitely excited now. I can't wait to take this truck out and give it a little test. Now we'll do a little comparison on the speed control. This is an EVX2. It came out of my Traxxas Summit. Go ahead and put it on the speed. Well, see if you could actually see that in the camera. I don't know how well it's going to come up, but you can kind of see next to it. It's actually quite a bit bigger. I don't think it's coming out that good in. I don't know if you can notice that on camera. And put it right there. Now, for the servo, this is what's really amazing. This is a 25 kg all Metal Gear servo. These are great servos, by the way. I actually picked up quite a few because every time my factory one goes out, I replace them with one of these and I haven't had any problems. And these things are dirt cheap. There's some around like $12 or $13. So if you guys are interested in these, I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description below so you can check them out. But we'll go ahead and kind of compare it here. You can see how much bigger the servo is in the Max. So that's pretty amazing, man, to put that size servo in a 1 in 10 scale truck. You see there's quite a bit of difference there. Now let's try the ESC one more time. See if we could show you a little better. You can see it right there, yep. Oh, let's kind of lean in a little bit. I'm sure that one's going to be hard to tell on camera, but you see it's just massive and stuffed. They stuffed it in there nicely. Go ahead and give the battery tray a look. I'm actually kind of curious. Kind of just pops out like that. And it does got a little space in there, which is nice, so you can run different size battery packs. Now I'm actually kind of curious, and I've been wondering this, which it doesn't look like. Well, it may. I'm actually wondering if I could run the 4S battery packs that I got with my Traxxas XMAXX. If they'll fit in that battery tray, and they just might. I'll have to give that a look here in a minute. It'd be nice so I didn't have to buy extra battery packs for this truck, especially a 4S pack, because they're not exactly the cheapest batteries to purchase. And kind of tray just locks in like that. Well, I just kind of answered my own question. I know I was kind of curious about that ever since the Max came out. But these 6700 mAh 4S packs are too long. They definitely, kind of see that right there. Yep, definitely a little too long to fit in there, which is definitely a bummer. We'll go ahead and have to get the 5000 mAh 4S battery packs. Definitely a downside. I wish I could run that pack. That would have been nice. Go ahead and close that in there. Go ahead and get the body back on. All right, one-handed. Oh, and I locked it in pretty good too. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Wow, that thing's smooth, man. That suspension is really nice. I have to say I'm liking that. That suspension is way smooth. I can't wait to get it out and try that out. Now for a size comparison of the truck itself. This is a Traxxas Wrestler 4x4. Kind of put it next to it right there. Also a 1 in 10 scale truck. Now, as you can tell, the Traxxas MAXX for a 1 in 10 scale truck is actually quite massive. Even the tires are quite a bit taller than the Traxxas Wrestler 4x4. Alright, now for the comparison I'm sure we're all waiting for. Go ahead and take the wrestler away. I'm sure I'm going to have to readjust my camera on this one. Now the Traxxas XMAXX. Wow. Well, it's a little dirty. It's been sitting in here for a while. Definitely has to be cleaned off. And we have to adjust the camera on that one. Let's see. Now, as you can tell, the Traxxas XMAXX stores the Max, which is no surprise. They're two different scale trucks. We got a 1 1/5 scale on the left, and then the 1 1/10 on the right. Which I have to say, it definitely qualifies as a mini-me. Go ahead and give you guys a closer look. Wow, the XMAXX is just massive though, you guys. I know, it's sad comparing a 1 1/5 scale truck to a 1 1/10, but it's basically the XMAXX's mini-me. Well, it is the mini-me. So I'll just go ahead and show you guys. Alright, you guys, my first impression of the Traxxas MAXX is I'm really impressed so far. I really like it. The suspension is really smooth. I like the oversized servo. I like they put that big ESC in that small truck. And I also like that they put fans on both the ESC and the motor. I'm a little disappointed that my 6700 mAh battery packs for my Traxxas XMAXX are a little too long. Just by barely. I was kind of hoping they would fit. It was a question I've had since I seen the Max was coming out. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to do a run today. We'll have to pick up a 5000 mAh Traxxas battery pack or something comparable that's going to fit in the truck before we can get out and actually test the truck out. But we're going to go ahead and get that ordered now, so they'll be here in a couple days hopefully, and we'll go ahead and test this thing out. But as always, if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.